here goes your tires, buddy.
Video, Kyle?
Brand new ones.
You could have at least put the front ones on the back. Those are old ones.
Lubing right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That's very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
Here it comes. Yep, that's it.
Because every time I'm in his office, he's sitting there and all of a sudden he just reaches like this and there's a piece of chicken in his hand.
I'm like, how much chicken is under your desk?
I overshot the R&D budget this week, so I'm going to need that $250.
Lubing it right day and night.
Welcome, welcome, welcome into Hot Shot Secret Live. Episode number
117.
All right, 117. I'm Josh Steinmetz, and I got with me
Eric Trimble.
And we were filling in for Kyle and Aaron this week. Both are out, but
We got the B team,
yeah,
A- team.
A-
I don't know,
team. We'll see how we do.
it goes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a C from the crowd already. Jeez, tough crowd here.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we'll be talking about DWAG, or Diesel Winter Anti-Gel.
117 for DWAG. Can you believe episode 117?
It is crazy. When I started here, I think we were in the 80s, maybe?
Yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s. So
We're rolling.
We're rolling through.
That's it.
Yeah, seems like years ago. 30. All right. As always, put your questions in the comments below. We're watching here on Facebook, and we'll get to them later on YouTube.
Yep.
And we'll try to answer them throughout the show. Like I said, got the kind of the B team in today. No one from R&D can make it over to us, but we do want to try to answer those best we can. If not, we'll get them to get back to you as well.
That's what it's about, right? Questions. Answering your questions. So post them up, and like Josh said, if we can't answer them right here live, we'll do it shortly after the show.
And as always, at the end of the show, we'll be doing our weekly drawing. This week's prize is some DWAG and some of our new beanies.
Yeah, we got this nice neon green one.
Mm-hmm.
We got some gray ones. Maybe one other style.
No, the other
That
one
was
is
a
just
sample.
it's just a
Yeah,
sample. But
yeah.
yeah, we got the two styles, so those are up on the website.
Can I take this one home?
I'm sure it's in the budget somewhere.
That's good, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I like it. That's live on the website, right, Levi? You can go buy these?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Wall supplies last.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you guys like that lime green one, order it and let us know, and we'll get some more ordered as well. But we need to know that first. To enter that drawing, you can do it every week at hotshotsecret.com/giveaway, and you have to enter every week in order to get entered in for the prize. And if you're watching live during the show and we pick your name, we'll also send you a free T-shirt as well.
It's pretty simple to register or sign up.
Right, and you can even sign up like daily to get extra submissions as well.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out what's going on the website daily.
Yeah, don't miss out.
So we'd like to know today where you're watching from. So
I want to know, is it warm where you're at?
watching? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
You know, it actually is not bad today here. We had snow earlier in the week.
We did. It's probably, I don't know, 35, 40?
It felt nice though. Like I walked
Right.
outside without my jacket on for
Yeah.
a minute, and it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course the gallery here goes, you never wear a jacket hardly at all anyway, but I wore one this week, so
true.
that
That's
says a lot about the temperature
So
outside.
tell us where you're from and the temperature, if you know it. Is it hot or cold? Because it's not so bad here, but.
All right. And as always, we want to remind you we're dual streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to like and share this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell on YouTube to make sure to get our notifications, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and for Aaron.
Oh, R&D page.
There you
the
go.
Hot Shots R&D Facebook page.
Whew, that was a close one. I thought we were going to lose
I
it
know,
there.
Aaron would not have let me live that down if I missed that.
All right. Moving on, we're going to get to our dealer shout-outs. Eric?
Dealer shout-outs. This one's a cool one. RLC Motorsports. We got Michael Dalton down there in Tennessee. RLC, they're one of the big players in the ODSS series. They host a leg of the Outlaw Diesel Super Series. So shout out to Michael Dalton and RLC Motorsports. They're in Cookeville, Tennessee. And then we have Kane Automotive Supply in Delphi, Indiana.
Awesome, awesome. Also, dealers, all our dealers, influencers, racers, we got the dealer wall. Be sure to send us in your decals. We'll put them up on the wall. We use this studio space out here for filming lots and lots of things. To get your name out there to all our people as well.
Yeah, we need some more. It's looking good, but send us some decals if you got
Yeah,
them.
it's been kind of slow lately, so
Yeah.
we need those decals in for sure. Up next, we're going to do our get to know us segment.
We got a special
We
guest
got a
today,
special
yeah.
guest in studio.
So I'm going to step off.
Yeah.
Can we get a drum roll?
Come on up. With us today, we have Terry Howard. And a lot of you may have watched us, seen him chime in a lot on social media. What's Thursday always?
Happy Hot Shot Secret Thursday.
You are correct. It is Happy Hot Shot Secret Thursday. And you are watching live in studio for once. So you stopped by, was it Monday or Tuesday you were here?
It was Monday.
It was Monday, and I'm like, yeah, if you're here, stop on back. Well, guess what? You just show right up. All of a sudden, it's like 12:30, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, there's this guy that was here on Monday, like, because she couldn't remember your name. And anyway, like, Terry Howard's in the house. Okay. So, you know the drill, kind of. Where were you born?
Columbus, Ohio.
So, you're local to here. Where are you living now?
Pensacola, Florida.
What took you to Florida?
My sister's in the Navy, and we've been there a couple times, and so we bought a house there.
All right. Where did you grow up?
Columbus, Ohio.
What was your first job?
My first job was actually working in a horse barn.
Pitching manure?
Literally.
Okay.
Shoveling it.
Shoveling it. Yep. First car?
My first car was a 83 diesel Chevy Suburban 4-wheel drive.
That was a pretty rough running engine, if I remember correct.
Actually, it ran great because I begged my parents for it when I had 300,000 miles.
Okay. Okay. You play any sports growing up?
Tennis.
That's the first one, I think, for us. Favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is Little League cars.
What do you do with cars?
Would buy them, sell them, fix them up.
Run some Hot Shots products through them, make them run good, and
I
sell them
do
for a
now.
little extra.
Well, the Hot Shots thing's a new thing over the last couple years, and I realized I wish I would have had this a long time ago because most of those cars would probably still be on the road today.
Favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
That's always a good one. Favorite beverage?
Beer. Literally Natty Daddy.
All right.
All right.
Favorite TV show or movie? Or weekly live?
My favorite movie is Herbie the Love Bug.
Car movie, of course. Now it's not. My bad. Whoa. I thought I turned it on. All right. So, how did you get started with Hot Shot Secret? Like, kind of what do you do now? Let the people at home kind of know. Like,
The first time I saw Hot Shot Secret was at Rule King. And I thought to myself, when I saw it, I was like, well, that seems awfully expensive. And when I saw it a couple years ago, I started reading into it, looking into it. I started seeing people with, you know, some of the 7.3s and 6-liter diesels that had good success from running it. And so I tried it myself, especially after a very respectable shop told me that my truck needed new injectors. It's a 7.3 Power Stroke. And when I ran it in there, I did the Stiction Eliminator and the Diesel Extreme, and the truck smoothed right out.
so you're pretty much sold on it at that point.
And then that kind of sold me on it.
And so you're probably running everything now, basically. in your
Every one of my cars is Gasoline Extreme, Stiction Eliminator, FR3, even my lawnmowers. Everything.
Excellent. Well, Terry, thanks for stopping in live on Thursday with us. Glad you were able to make the show, so you can check that one off your list now.
I appreciate y'all having me here, guys.
All right, absolutely, man.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, man.
Don't you love them stories?
Yeah, absolutely. Kick that off.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't have a bonus question. He said his favorite holiday was Thanksgiving. Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Literally turkey, deep fried turkey.
Deep fried turkey. You ever had deep fried turkey?
I have. It's pretty good.
I have not. I want to, but I've never tried it.
I want to smoke a turkey.
Ooh, that's different.
Yeah, haven't done that yet. Yeah. So that's on the bucket list.
All right, we got TV. We got TV almost every weekend, but we got TV this weekend. Josh, what do we got? Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday we start out with Stacy David Gears at 6:30 a.m. featuring Stiction Eliminator, followed by Car Fix at 11 a.m. That's over on Motor Trend Network. Actually, both of them are, and featuring Gasoline Extreme. So on Sunday, still on Motor Trend, Truck You at 10:30, featuring FR3 and Adrenaline Racing Oil, and Car Fix at 11, featuring Gasoline Extreme, and then 11:30, All Girls Garage with FR3. So hour and a half block there on Motor Trend Sunday. So tune that TV over at 10:30 and watch us up to football time, basically.
Call it the hot shot block of programming there.
There we go.
I'm always excited to see Gas Extreme and some of our unique products like Shift Restore get some TV love. A lot of people still look at it as a strictly diesel company, which, our fans, our customers know that's not the case, but it's always good to see those get some love and kind of share with the wider audience. So check that out.
Yeah. Checking in on what's going on. Kyle Fisher, what up, fellas? What up, Kyle? Long time no see. Terry Howard commenting from in the studio. Richard says it's currently 52 degrees in Georgia. It was 28 this morning, so they got down to freezing temps.
Yeah.
That's pretty low for them.
50's nice.
I haven't seen your best friend yet. James says watching in Minnesota, it's 39 right now. Will be 19 tonight.
That's not 39 in December in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You gotta be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, enjoy it. Absolutely. USMC Racing in the house as well. Thanks for watching, guys.
I'm gonna plug that real quick. Brian, if you guys haven't seen this video that we did when we were down in Houston with USMC Racing, and you want to see Brian get a little teary-eyed, go check out that video. It's a really good video.
It is. I haven't watched all of it yet. I keep getting
It's a good video.
shuffled into things, but yeah, I need to watch that because I know it's going to be good.
It's a good thing they're doing.
James wants to know, quick question before we get started on going further. Can we run EDT and anti-gel at the same time?
Yeah, so this is a common question we get, and we'll maybe talk about it a little bit more here in a little bit. But the short answer is sure, you can, but you really don't need to. A lot of the times the way we pitch DWAG is essentially it's the winter version of our EDT. So you're getting all the same properties, the lubricity, the cetane, the moisture disperser, everything you need, plus the anti-gel properties. That's why the treat rate's a bit different because it is a different formula, but you're getting all the same protection. So don't waste your money. Just go straight DWAG and you'll be good.
Right. And the other thing is, too, say you're like Terry, you're driving up from the south and coming up here north, and it turns cold. You know it's going to turn cold. Hey, I got tank treated with EDT. I wouldn't be afraid to add the DWAG on top. So fill up, top off with DWAG, treat the entire tank worth, and you're not going to have any harm there. So you don't have to do any flush or anything in between. But say you're a guy that drives around the country a lot. Hey, throw it in there, or when you're going to be coming up, it doesn't hurt to run DWAG while it's warm out either. It's just more expensive because the treat rate's a little higher, and so there's no right or wrong way to really do it. But the best thing is to run EDT when it's warm and DWAG when it's
It never hurts to have a bottle on hand just in case. Georgia hits mid-20s. You get a cold snap coming, or a cold snap's coming. Have some DWAG, get it in the fuel before it gels up. So it's nice to have on hand just in case.
Yeah. Moving on to upcoming events this weekend. We're we're going to be sponsoring the live stream again over on Flow Racing.
Yeah, for the 49th Snowbird Outlaw Nationals Jet Jam Night of Fire. Whew, that's quite the title, isn't it? Let me try that again. 49th Snowbird Outlaw Nationals Jet Jam Night of Fire. That is this weekend, December 4th through the 6th, at Bradenton Motorsports Park in Bradenton, Florida. And like Josh said, live stream on Flow Racing, and we'll be a sponsor there, so definitely check that out.
Yeah. Moving on to our sales, we actually have a EDT is still on sale at Advance Auto Parts, $2 off through the 30th.
And that's new for them. They brought EDT at Advance. They brought that in this year. So put it on the shelf. We're running a quick promo on that through the end of the year. So, yeah, be sure to check that out and save some money.
And also from the web, you might see the graphic coming up on your screen here, is we're going to do a one-day sale on Friday. So tomorrow, it'll go live tomorrow morning and run for the day.
What else is tomorrow?
Anything important?
You tell me.
Nothing real important.
It's Josh's birthday tomorrow. I think
that's why we had the sale.
That's why we had the sale. Josh was so excited he had to celebrate in his own way, and that includes a web sale. So happy early birthday to Josh.
Thanks, Eric.
Be what, 22?
Yeah, and add a few digits.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, late 70s, early 80s. Oh, shoot. Be sure to keep up with what's going on. Stay in the loop at hotshotsecret.com/email. Sign up for our email. Also, if you're on our website, you might see a pop-up about text messaging. Subscribe to that. We do some specials on there, exclusive just to our text subscribers. So sign up for that as well, and we'll keep you guys in the loop on what's going on.
I got to say, if you haven't signed up yet to be in the know, you need to do it because we got some really exciting things for 2021. I can't say too much, but we got some stuff in the works now we're working on. It's going to be exciting.
So you guys may not know, Eric and I are both in marketing, and so we've been working on a ton of stuff. It's just like, man, I want to tell someone about this stuff, but we can't yet because it's just not finished and finalized, and we really got to kind of get all our ducks in a row. And some of the stuff is really really big.
It's super exciting. Yeah, we got. I can't say too much. You know, we're always in the lab working on new products. It's safe to say we always have new products coming out, right? So that's not let too much out. So sign up, be the first to know when we do come out with some new products. We have some stuff on the horizon. Content stuff. We got a lot of good stuff. So sign up so you don't miss anything. You'll be one of the first to know.
Right. Kyle wanted to give a big shout out and good luck to Big Boost Bill Lutz going down to the Snowbird Nationals this weekend.
It's exciting.
Yep.
That's exciting. We always hear Kyle talk about Bill's car and some of the parts he on there, and it just blows my mind. Hopefully he has a good weekend.
Yeah, Zach's on here. He was talking about the G56 fluid, transmission fluid we just brought out. He was wondering if it's been tested in extreme cold. And Kyle was helping us out here as well, but just so the guys at home know what's going on, we've actually had some testing up near Alberta on this as well in Canada. So that development process, if you guys were on when Aaron was talking about it, it was well over a year in that development of that product. So there's been exclusive testing on that whole product, and probably one of the longest test cycles on any product we brought out, just because we knew it was such a hard thing to crack, to get the noise issue taken care of, the ease of shift issues taken care of, and the good protection and wear.
It's a finicky transmission.
It is.
So to your point, there's a lot of key points that we wanted to make sure we hit with this fluid, and I think R&D did a good job with it.
Yeah, got to check out the reviews on that. There's reviews on the website. There's reviews over on, I believe we got one over on Amazon. We featured some on our Facebook page. Just got really good comments overall about that. I've had a lot of questions about it, and something we just knew that our crowd, the diesel truck crowd, a lot of them run that, have that transmission in their trucks. We wanted to give them a product that they could really hang their hats on and know they had a good product in that transmission, especially when it's been finicky to other fluids.
And I could be wrong. Maybe Kyle, you chime in and correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Randy Harrop and Hell on Wheels Performance was a help in testing this product with some of his customers. So he's up north in Canada, and we sent him some product, if I'm not mistaken, and they were doing some testing up there. So to answer your question, yeah.
Yeah, and when we do develop products, we do send them out a lot of times to dealers. So that's one of the benefits of being one of our dealers, and we try to get out that and support our dealers and those that can, they work on certain things, or sometimes they give us ideas as well and things that we need to develop, and that's how we bring new products to market as well. We had a great meeting yesterday in R&D on some new things we're coming out with, and that's part of the things we can't even talk about right now, but it's like, man, this is exciting times to just get involved with all this.
Not only do dealers a lot of times get exclusive products, right? Ones that haven't even came to market yet. They get to try them out first, give us feedback. But like you said, they come to us with issues that they're seeing and seeing if we can come up with a solution. And a lot of times that's how we drive product development.
John wanted to know about ATF plus 4. How's that coming? That's actually something we talked about. So we're closer than ever on that. That's all I can say.
We're close. Sign up for the email newsletter so you can be in the loop there. Yeah. Josh said it. We had an R&D meeting yesterday, and that did come up along with some other things, and we're making progress. Yeah.
Yep. Moving on to our giveaway this week. Before we get into our product and so forth, again, giving away DWAG, giving away one of our beanies and a hoodie, I believe, if I'm reading this right. Our winner this week is CGOFF34@something.com. So if that's you, comment below, let us know. Let us know by the end of the show. We'll get you throw in a t-shirt as well with your winning.
Nice. Yeah.
Moving on to actually something really different this year.
This is exciting.
It is.
I'm excited about this.
Why don't you tell them about it?
So we know PRI, Performance Racing Industry, their show is not going to be the typical fashion that they do. With a lot of trade shows this year, it's kind of all in flux. And what they're doing this year is doing, I think it's maybe a month-long kind of show, if you will. It's a road tour, so they're traveling across the country, stopping at different machine shops and engine builders and performance shops and all kinds of different places. It's the PRI Road Tour, and Hot Shot Secret is the sponsor, and we're doing this really big giveaway. It's over $1,000 worth of product, and we're kind of pitched it as there you go. Levi's going to pull up a graphic. Everything you need for your pit. So we have adrenaline racing fluids for race cars. We got RV products for the RVs. Gasoline pit car stuff. We got our gasoline stream in there, FR3. We got a bunch of swag, so all kinds of stuff. It's over $1,000 giveaway, and you don't have to be just like a PRI type person either. Really, anybody can enter. Josh, how do you try to get this $1,000 package?
Well, follow our Instagram and the PRI, which is my PRI show on Instagram. Like the post, tag 3 friends, and for an extra entry, add 3 more friends to the tag as well. Giveaway will close on December 15th at 8 a.m. and winner will be chosen at random and notified through direct message, as well as on the original post.
That's the cool thing about this. If Levi pulls that graphic back up, I mean, you'd be set with a lot of different vehicles here, but it's not just for your diesel or just for your RV. I mean, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we got the RV line in there to, anyone who's got those or might know someone who's got an RV, they can pass the product on them.
We got our spray lubes, our shifter store, yeah, all kinds of good stuff. So go check that out.
And also, aren't we going to customize it a little bit too to the winner to
Yeah.
So this is just a representation. So say I don't have a diesel vehicle, we're still going to customize it and get you what you need for from products we offer.
Exactly. And so to that point, if you got a race car or street strip kind of vehicle or something you just like to go fast in, and we're giving away our adrenaline racing oil, and if you need a certain kind of weight, you need a 2050 or maybe something else, we're gonna make sure we get you what you need. So it's not gonna be just bland. We're gonna customize it to your needs.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting giveaway.
It is. And be sure to, like I said, go over and like the My PRI show and the Hot Shot Secret Instagram page to get entered.
Yep.
And, all right. What we got next is our race video. So actually a little different, more of a street show, you might say. Kyle and was down filming one of the other events, and they came across this Duramax with a compound set up in the turbos. And I think it's interesting. Levi, why don't you roll a little bit of that?
Yeah, I haven't seen this yet. Let's check it out.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
2008 LMM, pretty much LBZ motor that's in it, and it's fully built motor, all billet internals, compound setup. It's a S480 over a 366.
Nice.
200 over injectors, dual 10mm pumps, and traction bars. All that really helps nice because it used to wheel hop like crazy.
I bet it did.
So, yep.
Do you like race it often, or?
No, I don't race it at all. It's more or less for looks.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was just
felt like trying tonight.
Yep, yeah. I wanted to see what it did. It's the first time I've ever tried it.
Gotcha.
I'm a dead hit.
No shit.
I'm like the 40-year-old guy.
Right.
So catch me on the highways where this truck's good at. It's 8,000 pounds. With me in it, it's like 8150 with me in it.
Right. But it seems to move out pretty well. It sounds like it has some mile an hour down.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never run it in the quarter yet. Now, I had before when I had this truck, the other motor was 600 horsepower.
Right.
And I ran a 13.
Do you know how much this makes?
It's like a little over 11. Yep.
Now, who did the build on it? Like, put it together?
I built it all.
Okay.
But I had Wagner Competition build the motor.
Okay.
And then I had the custom turbo kit made for it. Because it's got a twisted pedestal on it. So the turbo,
right.
It's more straight pipe instead of down into the valley.
Yeah.
But Wagner did completely built the motor and sent it to me, and then I put everything in.
Nice.
So I built the whole truck.
Nice. Do you have a shop or something? Or
Yeah.
What's the shop?
It's my shop, just personal.
Oh, just personal.
Yeah, I do it for fun.
Dang. Well, I mean, it's super clean. It's awesome. And it did seem to want to move out a little bit. I think you still probably got some stuff to get figured out.
Yeah, well, figured out is how do you take 11, 1,200 horsepower and 1,800 pounds of torque and make it stick on these tires.
Yeah. I don't know that it's going to.
No, it's probably not.
We might have to switch that up.
Yeah, I was thinking about a super single, maybe doing a super single with a little slick on it. But we'll see what that does.
How long did it take to put all together?
Because all the stuff that's going on, it took a little bit longer, but I started on it in December.
Oh, so it's been not even a year then?
No, this is fresh. It's got 4,000 miles on the motor.
Nice.
Yep. The truck has like 78,000, but it's got 4,000 on the motor.
Now, do you like go to shows and stuff, or you like
this year I started doing some shows. Yeah, I started taking it to shows and kind of getting it out there. Just I'm into that kind of thing, going and hanging out, meeting new people.
Yeah.
Seeing everybody else's visions.
Well, it works.
A lot of stuff different in here. I did try to do some touches with the carbon fiber, the custom coolant tank that's shaped like a Chevy symbol. Go over and look, you'll see it. It's kind of shaped like a Chevy symbol. I did the white carbon fiber hydro dip that's in there to kind of set it off.
Yeah, I saw that on the brake booster and stuff.
Yep. And the interior's kind of the same way. It's done with the white carbon fiber.
Oh, snap.
And the interior's got the whole custom sub box and all that in there too. It's kind of a
nice
show/drive.
Were you driving around a lot?
It's not a daily driver now.
Right.
No.
But definitely on the weekends, hop in, go take it out.
I just drove it to, I went to Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach in Florida. I drove it to Florida.
Nice.
They were down there for a truck show down there. And drove it all the way back.
Hell yeah.
So it's a driver. That's why I did the compounds.
Right.
So I could drive it. And I got a 40-foot camper down a tow.
No, but with this?
Yeah. It's got a fifth wheel in the back.
Hell yeah. What kind of train's in it? Do anything with
It's
trains?
fully built Suncoast.
Suncoast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, all billet internals in there. It's built to hold power.
Right.
And I didn't want to push it. I just wanted to hit that 1,000 mark.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be stressing it at the 1,000 mark.
Right.
So I overbuilt it.
Yeah.
And then we hit, it was like 1,089 on the dyno, but the back wheels were spinning because I could only get the 2 inner tires on the dyno.
Yeah.
So I was trying to put all that power down on 2 tires.
Oh, man.
So can't find a dyno big enough to put both of them on. Yep, so I would be, he said...
Not around here anyway.
Yeah, he said I'd be over 11 if I could get it to hook. Because my dyno sheets are jumping.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was a nice build.
That was. I'd drive that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Tell me, am I wrong? Was that just, it sounded like it was just, a guy doing this on his own.
Yeah, I think so. It sounded like...
that's almost like a SEMA build quality. I mean, that was a nice truck.
Yeah, the interior, that looked really nice, and there's nothing spotless about that exterior as well, so.
That was a cool video.
Yeah. Heath was chiming in before we went to the video. I wanted to get back to him about a pure cetane and LX4 mix for a possible product. So we'll bring it up to R&D, see what they say. I don't. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure where that could go, but we'll talk about it for sure. It's something we can bring up with them.
You know, one thing with that concept is it sounds appealing, but what we do here is we fully formulate products, right? So like our EDT. LX4 is kind of a one-off, a lubricity-only product that we kind of did for specific products, like the CP4 and some other things out there. But EDT, we added the LX4 in there. You get a big boost of cetane. So we'd lose a couple things if we made a product like that, like the water dispersants. And so I don't know, maybe. We'll talk to R&D about it, see if there's maybe something we could do.
And I would say it's probably more of a race side thing than a consumer product. So we could actually bring that out as maybe under the adrenaline line or something like that. So there's definitely something we could talk about, but I wouldn't see that as a consumer product on the surface at least, unless we talk to R&D and they'll say, hey, that's a great idea. We need to run with that and come out, see what we can do with that. Not Heath. Not Heath. He likes his.
Well, we like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Send us ideas like that.
You know? Absolutely. So let's get into the meat of what we wanted to talk about today. DWAG, it just turned cold out here in Ohio. It sounds like around the country based on some of the weather reports we got today. So diesel winter anti-gel, as I like to explain it to most people that know our products, it's the winter version of EDT.
Yep.
And so the problem with diesel fuel is it's actually made, when it's refined, there's wax, paraffin wax in it. And as it gets colder out, they start to congeal together.
Yeah, so once the temperature drops, you approach freezing and below freezing, these wax crystals start to come out of solution, out of the fuel. And it's in diesel fuel no matter what. It's just the way it is.
And fuel does vary based on how it was refined. So there is a lot of variables. That's why, like, we can't say it's going to, when we talk about some of the marketing side, or even just to give some general guides, we talk about lowering, you know, down to -65 or whatever. Those are based on lab tests.
Yeah, because we test all kinds of different fuel.
So we get fuel from all over the country. We have some dealers send it to us. We have people we work with send it to us. We get samples in from other sources as well through some of our other channels. So we're doing tests on it all the time to see how low can we get it to go.
Yep.
Do we need to make changes on the formula year to year? We actually did make a slight tweak again this year before. So the formula we keep tweaking it to.
Just we want to make sure it's performing the best it can.
Exactly, because fuel keeps changing as well.
Exactly. So like you were saying, temperatures drop. These wax crystals will start to come out of solution, kind of fall out of the fuel, if you will. And try to think of a good analogy, but as they come out of solution, these wax crystals will start to attach to each other. And the more and more of those crystals that attaches with each other, they become heavier and heavier and heavier, and eventually will fall to the bottom of your fuel tank. And now you have, you know, an inch of wax, you know, gel in your fuel tank, and that's right where the pickup hose is. So it's starting to draw this wax straight into your fuel filter. Now you're going to gel up your fuel filter, and you're going to starve the engine, and you're not going to be able to crank it over. You're not going to start, and that's when people run into issues.
Correct, and we actually have a solution for that as well. We have our diesel winter rescue. So a compliment to the DWAG. It's always one that we say keep it in your truck with you. Hopefully you'll never have to use it. Use our product. You really shouldn't have to, but hey, maybe you can be the hero for someone else as well. Or if maybe you do get some horrible fuel or forgot to treat, hey, at least we got something to take care of you there as well. The nice part about our winter rescue is it doesn't have any alcohol in it like some of the other products on the market.
Which can be very harmful.
Very harmful to your fuel system, especially, I would say, some of the tighter tolerances in the newer trucks, because we already have lubricity issues. Alcohol is definitely not helping us there.
So one key thing with DWAG too, or diesel winter anti-gel, we call it DWAG, that's our kind of slang for it in-house. But diesel winter anti-gel, it's important to add it to the fuel before it gets too cold, right? As if you wait for too long, these wax crystals are going to start to come out of solution, and then at that point, it's sometimes too little, too late. The process has already started. So
and it's a chemical process too. This stuff here will actually get a little slushy looking if it's cold.
Yeah, it's fuel activated. So
it's fuel activated. So yeah, it's like, you know, it's been a year, but let's talk about that because people may forget. They may not think it's going to work if it's, you know, gets crystal.
Yeah, so diesel winter anti-gel, it will freeze up. If you leave it sitting on your back porch in 0-degree weather and you come to grab it in the morning, it'll be solid. It's fuel activated. So I guess the key there is you want to keep it stored somewhere warm, you know, above freezing. But if that does happen to you, maybe you forget it in the bed of the truck and it does freeze overnight, just take it in, let it kind of thaw out, give it a good shake, and it's good to go. Yeah. So to your point, let's say, you know, maybe somebody ordered DWAG online, they knew it was going to be cold, and they were just a day too late, and they happened to gel. You talked about our diesel winter rescue, right? So that's the. Do we have one around? That's the product you want to have on hand in case of an emergency, in case you do gel up. Yeah, Levi, pull it up here so you can see it. You want to have this in the truck at all times, even if you're down south like we talked about, and you get a cold snap and you do gel up. You keep this in the truck. You can add it. Get yourself back on the road. So this is one of those products. It's kind of like an insurance policy. You know, you hate to spend the money and have it, but it's great to have it when you need it.
Yeah. So the diesel winter anti-gel, 4 ounces will treat 31 gallons. That's most fuel tanks. We do have it in the squeeze bottle. So for easy dispersant, we also have it in a 16, a 32, and we also offer gallons as well. So a lot of different sizes available. You're going, well, I've had this question before online. People say, hey, why wouldn't I run the anti-gel all year round? Well, there's no reason you couldn't run it.
You could.
You could.
Sure.
But it's more expensive. And they were saying, well, the squeeze bottle is cheaper than the EDT, but treats less. So the treatment ratio is higher with the anti-gel because we have to have more of that anti-gel characteristic chemicals in there.
It's got to be a little more potent in the fuel when you mix it, to be as effective as
to
it
be
is.
as effective. So, can you over-treat? Yes, but not really. So if you're close, it's fine.
Well, with anything, you know, a lot of people with like our diesel extreme, for example, think, well, my truck's got 400,000 miles and I haven't ran an injector cleaner in a long time, or you know, so they go and dump the whole bottle in there. It's not going to hurt anything, but it's wasting your money. Once you reach a certain point, it's not going to do any extra cleaning, right? So we always recommend follow the treat rates on the bottle. No reason to pour in extra and waste some money there. So keep it in the bottle if you don't need it.
Right, exactly. Our treatment rates are based on the most return, basically, and protection needed. So we take those two factors into consideration before we make the final formulation and make recommendations there.
Yeah, so we know everyday diesel treatment, one of our most popular products. It's an every tank product. What about DWAG? How often should you use DWAG?
It's every tank as well. You're treating the fuel. You're not treating the system or the tank. It's not like an oil change but oil's in the entire time anyway. But you're actually treating the fuel that's currently sitting in the tank to go through the engine.
Yep, and I will say this: we, you know, every once in a while that you get some weird fuels out there that's hard to treat for gelling issues. I think this year I don't think we've had anybody call in and say, hey, you know, I had an issue. Last year is very select few. So my point that I'm getting to is that all fuel is different, and that's why we test from all over the country. We bring in fuel, we run testing. We actually just did a test not too long ago. We got the lab is getting ready to send out some more testing. One of the most recent tests we did was you know, we always do pour point, cloud point, and cold filter plugging point. Those are the kind of three main metrics you look at. And pour point, one of the most recent tests, got down to -65. So solid results there. Fuel line freeze ups, we've seen down to -40. You'd be in good shape. So even if you're in extreme temperatures, you can be confident that diesel water anti-gel is going to keep you on the road and make sure it starts in the morning.
Yeah, and even back to your point about over-treating, well, what if you're at a station and you got a feeling like, okay, I'm traveling, but this diesel station doesn't look like they sell too much diesel. Maybe there's extra water in there. Maybe that's when you do throw a little bit extra in your tank. Just for a little extra insurance, you're going to have some extra water dispersant and also some extra winter protection as well from freeze up. Just because maybe they haven't got their fresh batch of fuel lately. You don't know. That's the tough part about traveling and not knowing the stations you're going into.
I'm curious, people watching, you know, if you're in cold climates, you go out and try to crank over in the morning. How long you got to crank before it fires up? You know, we've seen 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. You know what I mean? That's what's nice about our DWAG is it's not just an anti-gel. We have the cetane in there and some other things, but that cetane is going to help that fuel combust. So cold starts in the morning, or you know, just any time the truck's been sitting for a while and you want to go crank it over, it's going to help get that combustion started quicker and fire up sooner.
Another point that I was getting into with one of the other people here this morning, we were talking about how we don't have LX4 necessarily in the anti-gel, but it still has the same lubricity additive we had in the original EDT, which was pretty darn good.
Oh yeah.
It was forming relatively good. So we feel like there's enough protection in there to help protect you, even without the extra LX4, especially for a short time period. I mean, we're talking about, you know, a couple months, and you're still adding lubricity to the fuel as well. You're not starting out just from scratch. So when we look at LX4, we're looking at the worst possible scenario you can get yourself into and getting below the recommendation by the EMA, the Engine Manufacturers Association.
Exactly. And you know what that reminds me, you know, last winter it was Project Farm on YouTube. They did a video, and Project Farm. So this guy's channel is pretty cool because it's all unbiased testing, and you can't pay him, you can't give him free product, nothing. He does it all on his own, and that's what makes his channel so great. But he took a bunch of winter diesel additives and tested them out, and lubricity was one of them. So you know, so we did the freeze ups and stuff, but lubricity was one of them. So I think Levi might be playing it now. Go check that out. It's a really cool video to see some unbiased testing. You know, it's not perfect. It's not coming out of the lab, but he does some really good. He has some good methods to do.
Yeah, and I believe Levi's showing it right now. We scored the best there in lubricity.
Looking at the wear scar.
Looking at the wear scar on that. I always like to call it the bench test. That weighted method there. It's a good bench test. It's a good rough test. It's not very scientific, but it's showing you when done properly and you're testing everything fairly, it gives you a good baseline to know how am I doing compared to the other thing next to it.
And it's important too to run an additive that's not a one-trick pony. You know, if you're running like our EDT all summer and you're getting all these extra benefits, and then maybe you haven't tried our DWAG and you're using a competitor product. Well, you don't want to sacrifice, you know, that cetane and you know, that lubricity and all these other things. So just because it's winter, you don't want to sacrifice the rest of these benefits that your fuel system needs to stay protected and perform at the best. So definitely try out DWAG. That's the reason why we formulate the way we do.
Yeah, exactly. And to even add on to that, winter diesel typically has a lower BTU or burning point than summer diesel because of how the blenders help protect it from freezing. What they can do, we're adding the extra layer of protection with adding the anti-gel in there and also the cetane. Then we'll bring that cetane number back up, help it burn better, help it start quicker, all those good things. Do want to get back here to the comments. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. We kind of got going with this, but Angel wanted to know, what degree should I start using anti-gel for cold weather? If it was 38 here in Central Texas in the AM, wasn't sure what the minimum temperature to use it. There really isn't a minimum temperature, so you're getting close there. We say when you get about 35 to start using it. It's just a good starting point to make sure that we don't have any issues. So if you know the forecast there is going to call for dropping down to the low 30s or below, be a good time to start using it.
That's really the benchmark is that 32 degrees Fahrenheit, that freezing point. Anything below that, you're starting to get in some issues there. So anything close to 32 and below, you want to be treating if you know that's going to happen.
Zach wants to know, do we still suggest using a 4-ounce treatment if we're mixing with blended 80-20 pure fuel, which it would be a lot up north, they'll mix a number 1 grade fuel with the common number 2. We're still going to recommend that. A lot of what we're recommending that on is based on how it works chemically with the fuel. So we got to have enough in there to make sure we're protecting it. And that's one of those extreme applications where, again, your local fuel is suited for where you're at. Now we're going to add that extra layer of protection onto it, plus add cetane and everything else back into the party.
Yeah, exactly. You know, good point to that too is these a lot of these stations where they're all coming from. Say a fuel jobber in Utah, he's not just supplying fuel to a few stations there in Utah. These bigger guys could be supplying fuel to one fuel jobber could be driving fuel to 3-4 different states, and they're all getting the same fuel. So, well, you know, a combination of the fuel. So it's important to keep an eye on that.
Question came up from earlier, but again, I think people joining on, hopping on, let's answer it again. Can you use EDT and anti-gel at the same time?
Yep. Say again, sure you can, but there's no need to. Diesel winter anti-gel is essentially the winter formula of EDT. Has all the same benefits. That 6-in-1 plus the anti-gel, so kind of a 7-in-1. We don't really pitch it that way, but no need to. If you double up using both, it's going to be somewhat of a waste of money. So just once it gets cold, start running diesel winter anti-gel, and then when the weather breaks, turn back to everyday diesel treatment.
AJ with USMC Racing was on with us too. He was wondering about the synchro mesh, and that's another thing we're working on. So again, one of our partners, we partner with them. They're actually doing a lot of testing for us on that.
They've been running it.
They've been running it, and if you guys want to see more about that, be sure to hop onto the comments here on Facebook. And him and Kyle were going back and forth about that quite a bit.
Again, it's something that's been in the works and it's moving along. Sign up for that email newsletter so you know when it hits.
Yeah. Another question. We got all these new technologies in these trucks safe for all diesel engines.
Yeah, Josh, you're a farm boy, right?
Yep.
You're from the farm. You tell me if I want to run this in my Duramax. We know I'm going to have issues with gelling in the cold weather. What about out on the farm with some equipment and tractors and whatnot? Same issues?
Same issues. It's actually really common. Especially a lot of times we'll get our fuel in the summer or early spring where it's not protected, and it's summer blend fuel, and now it's winter. We haven't filled up. You know,
That's a really good
You know,
point.
if you don't go through all that summer fuel sitting in the bulk tank, a lot of farmers have bulk tanks, or maybe a truck or trucking line, the same situation. They're going to go through their fuel a little faster, but you know, what if you get caught with some summer fuel towards the end of the season? It turns cold quick. Great thing, you know, put the anti-gel in, protect that tank. That's where the gallon bottle really makes sense, you know. Plus, you're getting the cetane boost and everything else as well.
So you're telling me, I'm going to move out to Montana. I'm going to jump on the farm. No, I don't know. But I can use
Your
DWAG.
puppy farm?
Right. Yeah. I can use DWAG in my equipment, no problem, right?
Right, no problem.
All right.
And it's also safe for emission stuff as well, the newer stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
that's a good point.
ash-free. We don't have to worry about any of that with emissions. So it's not like some of the products out there that got stuff in there. If you use it too strong, you're going to be messing up your emission stuff.
Right. Yep, no issues there. And that's part of the cetane, right? That cetane helps that fuel combust a little bit better, less soot output going through that DPF, so less regen. So yeah.
Yeah, added benefit all the way around. To me, I know I'm about a year into being here, but it's like, man, the way we explain it just makes so much sense. You're treating diesel fuel is just so unrefined compared to gasoline.
Oh yeah, it's
so
crazy.
It's crazy in how much it is different from pump to pump even. So here we're just making sure we got the best fuel available for our expensive motors. You know, who wants this, $60,000 plus pickup anymore? Gonna make sure I got
And you don't
something in
want
there.
it to have issues because of the fuel you're running. So yeah, you want to make sure that you're treating that fuel and you're protecting that investment.
Yeah. One more thing, Kyle dropped a link to register for the PRI giveaway as well on the
Nice, yeah.
Facebook, so he pinned that right to the top of our feed here. So if you want to register for that PRI giveaway, be sure to follow the link.
That's $1,000 worth of product and swag. Go check that out. I know Terry standing back here. He's already done it.
I know he's done it already. I could see him back there. He's like PRI.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good giveaway.
No, he's not. Kyle's not a top fan yet, so he's working on his top fan
Is
badge.
his mom? Is his mom still top
You know,
fan?
I didn't see her hop on today. I guess we don't get any love today. You know.
He probably texted her, said, "Hey, mom, I'm not gonna be on the show today. Don't tune in."
Yeah, you don't want to deal with those guys.
Right.
Anything else for the good of the order?
Anything else you got on DWAG?
I don't have a whole lot more on DWAG. I think we answered a ton of questions. We probably explained the heck out of it. I hope so. Hope we made that very, easy for everyone at home to follow what's going on. Always, you guys can call into us. We'll talk to you.
Yep.
Facebook messages, etc., emails.
What's the phone number?
800-341-6516.
Ah, he's got it. There we go. That's
Extension. Is it 18? No, I'm joking.
What's Kyle's extension?
I don't remember Kyle's extension. That would be a good one.
Yeah. Well, this has been fun. I haven't been on the show in a while. I love DWAG as a topic. That was good. So if there's any other questions you guys got, feel free to still comment on the video, even post being live, or like Josh said, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll definitely get those answered.
I got to do one thing before we get off. Love you, honey.
The wife watching.
The wife got on, yep.
Okay.
She is not top fan either.
So let me ask
I'm in trouble.
Let me ask you this, Josh, since the wife is watching. What do you want for Christmas? Yeah, your birthday's tomorrow too. What do you want for your birthday?
She said that the other night. What do you want for your? I'm like, I don't know. We don't like a lot of stuff.
Okay.
We have 3 of everything after combining house.
That's a true story.
The only thing I really want is I'm a size 60 by 100 barn, but that's a little more than.
He's talked about this pool barn for a while. That's quite the Christmas.
It would be quite.
Gift. I don't know if you can count on that
No,
one.
I don't think I'm going to get that one, but it's in the works, so we're getting closer to that.
All right, well, I tried. I gave you the opportunity.
I know,
so,
and I failed,
you didn't
but
take it.
what about you there?
I don't think my
new
wife's
puppy dad.
I don't think my wife's watching, but I tell you one thing I do want is I want a nice poker set, chips. You know, not the cheap ones, but like the heavy-duty poker chips. That's what I want. I enjoy playing poker. We get poker together every once in a while. So Elizabeth, if you're watching, actually, I think I already told her, but yeah. I don't know. I should give her a hard time if she doesn't. She tunes in every once in a while. Yeah. I told her I was going to be on, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, guys, have a great weekend.
Yep.
Be sure to subscribe to that email because tomorrow morning we'll be dropping that sale.
That's right.
And,
the Josh birthday sale.
The Josh birthday sale. Maybe next year we'll just rename it the Josh
Yeah,
birthday
yeah, why
sale.
not?
But
We should do that for Chris, our owner, Chris.
yeah, we should.
We don't have like whenever his birthday is. I don't know off the top of my head, but we should have like a CEO, birthday sale or something.
Birthday sale, yeah.
President's Day. Yeah, El Presidente. All right, guys. See you next week.
See you
Everybody have a
guys.
great weekend.